Tribe Egg Yolk was chilling today. They had won the game challenge match, meaning the other tribe was gonna go vote today. So let's move our attention to Tribe Hisan. Overnight the cops at their building had also frozen and stopped moving or responding. Cheesy uses this to her advantage and takes their weapons. One officer is still awake and comes to the scene. He looks disturbed and said that he has tried to call the ambulance and his mates, but hasn't gotten any response, so he is planning to go to the town to see what is going on. His world is collapsing in on him as he has experienced some bollocks shit, like time loss, work friends freezing unnaturally and other weird stuff. Because of the unusual situation, the cop agrees to take Cheesy and Perma with him to the town. During the 15-minute drive, there is silence, and when they arrive to the town, the usually busy town is dead. The officer is getting even more emotionally disturbed and parks the car at the police station parking lot. As they go inside the station, it is empty and someone has emptied the weapon lockers. This is because the other tribe was here earlier. Perma collects some explosives, police IDs and handcuffs, which he would later send to the stranger to the other tribe. They realize that the cop they were with has gone missing. They decide to bomb the police station next, destroying everything inside as they target all the areas of the building. They break into a cop car that had some samples from the black disease cow and they drive back to the hotel. As they return to the hotel, they realize that everyone except the players have frozen and become unresponsive. The guests, cops and even their cat Saul. Some of them had disappeared into thin air from their earlier positions. Then Bobby and Perma decided to vote someone out they didn't plan on voting yet. Cheesy had been more active and they thought she would be more valuable than Pato, because they thought being active is important. Then it was time for Tribe Hisan to vote one more person out before the merge, and that person was Pato. Pato said, "Ah, I see, it is the end." Perma asked, "How do you want to die?" Pato said, "Cut me in half with your katana." Perma said, "We'll see ya again at the end, dude, it was a great time meeting you." Then he cut Pato in half, eliminating him. Then the players' interviews took place, where players explained how they felt about the merge. As they were spending the last few hours as two tribes, they also were asked about strategy and goals regarding winning the game. Perma said, "Game plan-wise I'm a tad afraid, they have the numbers on us by a mile and will be far more close-knit. We've gotta make ourselves likable and reliable in order to survive. I think my position in the tribe, I've become a weird kinda leader, frontliner or figurehead, something like that. I won't complain." Pato said, "I'm kinda the leader a while back, I've tried to fill that kinda role to survive but it's gone better than I'd hoped and I've started to like these guys a lot. I did manage to win over the ones I liked and vote out the ones I thought could be a problem later. Expectations are that they will be partially against us or still seeing us as enemies. We've got to get to know them quick and get good relations. They don't know out about us so far but we can learn a tad about them, so it may be handy to watch the other seasons." Cheesy said, "My expectations is that the story will progress into a weakest link type of thing. Position of my tribe is weak considering we have voted out many players and the other tribe has only gotten rid of one. Game plan is non-existent currently and finally nope, I expect to be voted out after today, but it's been a pretty cool game." Quarter said, "I think I have somewhat of a leadership role. I'm not close enough to anybody in particular, but I'm planning on concealing my wins from everyone that doesn't already know about it. For the merge, I've introduced myself as the stranger. My first play is going to be to get to know all of them by forming a big alliance with all the newcomers in it, along with myself. I will direct them to target Lucky, since I assume he's the one who voted against me. I'm also going to start consolidating into councils once more. After this confessional, I'm going to form Quarter Taco Blazer. Hopefully I can convince Blazer to be my ride or die through the end of the game. I have another chance to win. And I won't let it slip." Lucky said, I've been really busy these past days, so the whole merch thing is news to me. I've been chill with most people, but if I have to win this solo I think I might be cooked. But then again, I'm called Lucky for a reason. Blazer said, I don't really have any besides playing along. I don't think I'm majorly important by any means. I honestly don't think I'll win, but I'm in for the fun of it. Ham said, my game plan is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody. Julia said, I wasn't really active until now, but the way it's going I'm pretty optimistic. Then the tribes merged at the end of day 6 to the tribe called Tribe Merge. The players were moved to the center building, where they will spend the rest of the game in. The players immediately started to form alliances. Quarter formed an alliance with the members of the newcomer tribe, Cheesy, Perma and Bobby. Quarter said, the stranger wishes to get to know you in person. Perma said, nice to meet you then, cheers for the help man, I hope you enjoyed our gifts back. Quarter said, this is mostly to discuss the events from my end. I've been trying to make sure this transition is safe for me. Truth is, someone tried to betray me from my tribe, and I want to make sure he doesn't live long enough to regret it. Perma said, oh fair, I'm down for that. I've been thinking it'll be important to get some close allies from your side. It's gonna be harder merging since we've got so little and don't hold much weight in votes. Quarter said, first up, I'd like to get rid of a guy named Lucky. I have a sneaking suspicion he was one of the two trying to get rid of me, plus he's got a decent chunk of experience. Bobby said, I'm down to focus him then. Quarter then made an alliance with Taco and Blazer. Quarter said, I figured consolidating power like this is the best way to make sure we stay alive. I want to go after Lucky today, if that's good with you. Blazer said, bet.